What's going on, y'all? We are back with the divisional round recap today. Today, we're going to start off with the recapping of the games, talking about the games, my thoughts throughout what happened, and then reading comments. There were a lot of comments this past weekend. Like I saw on one video, it was like 71 comments. So, yeah, we're going to see how long this takes. But we'll get into it. Rams versus Packers. I picked the Rams to win. I thought that their defense was going to pull it out. But you know, that's what it is. Hard to bet against Aaron Rodgers. Their play calling was just very elite all around. Their defense played well enough against Jared Goff that, you know, and I think the Rams were missing Cooper Kupp too, but their defense played well enough against Jared Goff that, you know, they were giving the offense more opportunities to work, and they didn't really have too much to worry about. It really seemed like, I don't want to say that game was a breeze for them, but it appeared that, you know, they pretty much had it under control just about the whole game. Rams played well, but they need their offense to balance out their defense. You know, if your defense is on the field most of the game, it's not, you know, they only gonna get tired out. But I didn't watch this game in full. I just watched the highlights, so I don't know the full story. But like I said, from what I saw, it looked like the Packers pretty much had it under control. Ravens, Bills. I picked the Bills to win. Bills won. Pretty much dominated. Held the Ravens to 3 points. I think if Lamar didn't get hurt, they would have definitely at least came back or made it a closer game. But the Bills pretty much had it under control for the most part. Same, you know, like I said, same with the Packers. The Bills had it under control for the most part. Ravens defense played well. They held the Bills to 17 points. Ravens defense played well. I'm curious as to what they're going to do with some of those players. You know, I think they have a lot of players that need to be re-signed. So we're going to see how that plays out. But Bills did their thing. Moving on to the next round. Chiefs, Browns. Chiefs played a good game. It was a scary game once Pat Mahomes got injured. They say he's going to come back next week for sure. It wasn't a concussion. It had something to do with his neck. So they say he's going to come back next week. So looking forward to that, seeing how that plays out. We'll see. Browns played okay. They played very competitive. They almost pulled the comeback off. But the fact that they, you know, it looked like it was close when Pat Mahomes got out. I mean, it was close at first too, but it really looked like it was getting real close when Pat Mahomes got out. It kind of just shows me it's still somewhat of a gap between these teams. I'm not gonna say it's just large, but it's a gap between these teams. Buccaneers versus Saints. I picked the Saints to win. Another L. Hard to bet against Tom Brady. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Hard to bet against those guys. And the same thing is, I just expected the Saints to come out and do what they did last time. They beat them earlier in the season. Second game of the season, blew them out. Like, if they would have blew them out the first game and then it was a closer game the second time, I would have thought, okay, maybe the Bucs will win. But the fact they blew them out in the most recent one kind of changes my thoughts on it. But the Bucs came out. Defense played amazing, bro. Defense played lights out. With the weapons that they have on offense, bro, and if the defense continues to play like that, I honestly think that they could win the Super Bowl. We'll see. I like the matchup against the Packers though, bro. I really like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna save it for the predictions though. So we're gonna jump into reading comments. Rams versus Packers. It's got 300 likes. That's most. I think that's most I got on the video. I don't know. I got to see how much the Bills one got. This one got 71 comments, so we're gonna try to read through all of these. All right. I hope Packers actually make it past the NFC Championship for once. They got a tough matchup against the Bucs. It's gonna be a good game, and I can't say that the Bucs are gonna win because they blew out the Bucs, but the Saints blew out the Bucs, and the Saints lost. So, you know, if I had to choose a defense that I like more, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the Bucs front, but I like the Packers secondary. But which one do I think? I look-y think the front seven is more important than the secondary. We'll see. And then the Bucs still have some nice players in the secondary. Yeah. If they're going against the Bucs, then most likely, if they're going against the Saints, then I should be more worried. Oh, so this is before they knew the outcome of the game. Okay. I was thinking the complete opposite. They lost bad to the Bucs and beat the Saints. Yeah. The difference was they got a turnover in the Saints against the Saints. They turned the ball over against the Bucs. I think they don't turn it over, they can beat either team. If it was against the Saints, they could have. It would have been a good matchup. I could see them beating the Saints easier than I could see them beating the Bucs, but I don't know. They won it all back in 2010. Yeah, that was a while ago, man. The Packers can beat any team. I just gave the Bucs the advantage because they won head-to-head versus them. True, they definitely beat any team. The opposite for me, 2-game winning streak for Brady in the playoffs, IDK, for once. They have been to the Super Bowl 5 times. Okay. Who you see beating them in the snow with that defense? Offense allowing only an average of 17 in the past 5. I mean, Tom Brady has played in the snow before. I mean, he did play in Foxborough. You know what I mean? So it's not like he wouldn't be used to that. You know, to those conditions. But that was Aaron's worst game in their offense. Okay. These comments kind of all over the place, but you know, I'm doing what I can. Aaron almost threw 2 pick sixes back-to-back in the game. He stole 3 in his career. The game was a fluke, and Green Bay is much better on both sides of the ball now. Devontae had just come back from an injury in that game and wasn't in rhythm with Rodgers like he is now. They definitely in rhythm. What it's going to come down to is play calling, bro. That's exactly what it's going to come down to. Because I feel like that's what separated them in the game versus the Rams. It wasn't, okay, we're going to just entertain the one-on-one talk, you know, with him and Ramsey. They got you know, Devontae running slants and screens and motion plays, you know, so it wasn't just one-dimensional. The play calling, they mix it up a lot. Sorry, the Packer offensive line was the reason for the win. No sacks, 1 QB hit, not going to win, giving Rodgers that much time. I saw that Aaron Donald had no sacks. I think he only had 1 tackle in that game. So, yeah. I mean, O-line is a huge factor. Surprisingly, considering the fact that they didn't have, what's his name? The offensive lineman. I can't think of his name. All I know, A-Rod is a A-Rod Tuesday going to be lit. Going to be great. A-Rod Tuesday. Oh, Pat McAfee show. Is that what y'all talking about? Pat McAfee show. Aaron Donald get doubled. 2nd year Jenkins climbed him up. Clammed. You put claim, bro. Nah, he got doubled. But whenever he wasn't doubled, Jenkins still locked him up. So Elkton Jenkins is Aaron Donald kryptonite. Is that what it is? He got doubled and was injured. True, he was injured. He was injured. If you check his stats, he played less than half the snaps on defense. His lack of participation and leadership on that line was definitely missing. He honestly looks like 60% of himself. He's been saying he was feeling good and healthy all week. I mean, but players are supposed to say that, you know. That's what they're supposed to say because they want to get themselves in the right mindset to play, and they, you know, don't want the opposing team to think that they're not ready to play as well. There's no way you can come back from that rib cartilage damage in 1 week and be 100%. He may have been healthy enough to start, but watching him last night, he was nowhere near the Aaron Donald he has been all this season, and his snap count proved it. Defensive coach was using him in patches to keep him from getting more injured. Oh, that's tough. But with the snaps he did get, he couldn't produce anything. Didn't even get a sack or disrupt Rodgers. I think AD is the best defensive player I've seen play, but I thought he'd make at least 1 play, even with the rib injury. Bro, your ribs, bro. Like, and the thing is with linemen, defensive linemen, they use their upper body You know, like all of that, like on a regular. I don't know how to explain it, but on a regular basis, you know, most of the contact that they're making is with their upper body. Pretty much, I say out of all players, they really use their full body on every play. You know, you're trying to gain leverage and make an impact with your lower body. You know what I mean? Trying to burst off with your lower body, and your upper body and your head are, you know, the ones making a collision. So I'm sure he was going through some pain, bro. I'm sure he's definitely going through some pain. Even with the rib injury, because he's so great and dominant, all I'm saying, let's give some credit to that Packers O-line. I give credit to the O-line, but at the same time, that's big, bro. That's big. Getting double team and rib injuries, it's a little both sides. It's a little both sides, but I wouldn't expect him to come out and get 3 sacks with a rib injury, bro. Donald played 55% of the defensive snaps, just a bit above half. That said, Elton Jenkins has made quite literally everyone he's faced this year look as though they're 60% allowed 0 sacks all season. Not bad for a second-year guy. So the Saints got them a good lineman right there. Okay. Jenkins locked up Donald, had him hot. Packer Nation is in awe of what Lookout looks like. Defense might win championships, but offense wins divisionals. That Devontae Adams touchdown was man coverage. What is that fool in the, I'm assuming he said chat, talking about? Ramsey literally followed DA back and forth in motion. You know, and that's what I thought too. When a wide receiver runs back like that, the defense is supposed to switch coverage. Look at the bodies Jalen has to run around while Adam has a clear path. Yeah. I said that in the video, but it's hard to tell because Jalen was pointing at him. Jalen was pointing at his teammate, and it was tough to tell, bro. It was tough to tell. Because I mean, in certain situations they do switch, and in certain situations, it's you stay with your man. But I mean, we won't know. We don't know unless they come out and actually say it. Love how you read the comments. No negativity, always positive on your channel. Time for the Packers to get the Super Bowl. Appreciate you, my guy. Give credit to that Packers O-line. They locked up the Ramsey line. Packers won both sides of the line. D-line crushed the Rams run game and got 4 sacks plus a ton of pressure. I said the Saints got them a good O-line, man. I meant the Packers. My fault. Please, I just remembered I said that. Please keep doubting the Packers. We do so much better as underdogs. Go Pack, go. I look forward to these. I just love your reactions, man. Keep it up, bro. Appreciate you, my guy. You should low-key turn the chat off. Unfortunate for the supporters, but they're always gonna be that weirdo. Were they doing something crazy in the chat? I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams cheat codes. Yeah, good duo. It was actually man coverage because Jalen was following him left to right. Yeah, see, but the thing is, we still don't know, bro. We still don't know. It was defensive error. Coverage team is supposed to switch up. Yeah, I feel like unless it's come out and actually said by one of the players or one of the coaches, we're just not gonna know. Donald was hurt, but Jenkins was owning him 1v1. Go Pack, go. 443. The reason why those picks is because Rodgers was on his X Factor, LML. Oh, yeah. With his X Factor, he can't throw interceptions. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because he threw like 2 tight passes back to back that should have got intercepted, and then they didn't get picked off. I like that. Yeah. Twitch is JC Hall. Okay, got you, JC. I got you, bro. I want you to get subscribers, but at the same time, I don't. Cousin, it would be too many comments for you to read and other stuff. Hey, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Not gonna lie, but the Packers looking insane. Offense strong, defense gets better and better. I'm a Packers fan. We winning it all. We'll see. We'll see. I like the Packers defense. We're gonna see how this plays out, bro, when they play the Bucs. I'm a Bills fan. Bills winning it all. You're wrong, but you do you. Yes, sir. Go Pack, go. Who do you think will win? You're both wrong. That's cap, bro. Packers all the way. Fire beer, bro. Keep it up. Appreciate you, Ian. You can tell how good a player is when an opposing player is frustrated with him. Elgton Jenkins handled Donald last night, and I don't want to hear that his ribs were broken excuses. Donald said he was pain-free. I took him by his word, bro. Players say that, like Drew Brees. I'm sure Drew Brees said he felt fine, but he came out and played with 11 broken ribs. 11 broken ribs do not heal. And how long did Brees sit out? With like a month, I think, or 3 games. It doesn't heal that quick. Players are gonna say that, bro, because I feel like that's what they supposed to say. But I'm sure he was still in pain. I'm very sure. I took him by his word. The Packers O-line is probably the best since 2010. Pass rush showed up, and the offense clicked on all cylinders in crucial moments. I'm sure he said that, but anyone that isn't stupid know you don't bounce back to 100% for rib injuries in a week. Y'all keep saying that he didn't get double teamed, but he for sure was. Well, then tell him stop lying. All players say that stuff, bro. Any player that comes back from an injury says that they're fine. I'm sure Packers players have done it. I'm sure every player from every team, because they want to be out there on the field. They want to play. They're going to lie because they want to go out there and play. It's not that he was lying to himself. It's that he was lying to the media. He wants to go out there and play. He wasn't double teamed. Jenkins was on him the whole night. It was his fault. He grabbed Jenkins' face mask and got limited. Nothing but excuses. He said he was feeling great. Then wants to fight Jenkins because he was getting locked up the whole game. He probably was getting frustrated. From what y'all have been commenting, Elgton Jenkins is a really good offensive lineman. Stream gang, what's up, Tsunami? What's good, bro? Fernando, what's up, bro? Coming from a Packers fan, I say Ramsey won the matchup. It was a good matchup though. We ran the ball a lot. Yeah, I was surprised I didn't know that we had that good of a run game. Devontae definitely won 9 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Ramsey didn't do bad, but he didn't win the matchup. Just because Roger just didn't pass to Ramsey a lot. But every time he did, Adams won. Ramsey went smoked by Adams and Lazard. Ramsey, I saw like three plays where Ramsey was on Devontae, and Devontae got the catch. So it wasn't like it was contested. It was slants, but still, he was there. So that was his man at the time. So if I had to choose, I'd probably say probably say Devontae, but it's not by like a big margin, because it's not like he had 100 yards and like 10 catches, because 9 catches, 66 yards, all of that wasn't directly on Ramsey. So like if we go off of passes thrown to Devontae while Ramsey was on him, I think Devontae caught a decent amount, but it wasn't really like the game didn't really even turn into that. Like it didn't even turn into that big of a matchup. You know what I mean? Like it was, like I said, they ran a lot of plays to avoid the matchup. Like they did screens with Devontae. They did the motion play. They didn't really feed into it that much. They did what they needed to get the win. You're not Pacs fans. Stop the cap. Ramsey didn't even win a matchup. Don't be like these other people pretending they're a fan of this team and give a whole lot of credit to the opposing team or player. That's goofy. Just say you're a Ramsey fan. Yeah, he said he wanted to follow just because I think Ramsey is good doesn't mean I'm a fan. Okay. Next we got the Ravens versus Bills. Either I don't know which one got more likes. It was either Packers or this one. I don't know, but it was a solid drive. Never mind. Pretty much sums up the entire game for the Ravens. Yeah. I cannot agree more. LOL. Don't let the Ravens, bro. They are what everyone said they are. Oh my gosh, that's tough. Harbaugh's coaching style is antiquated, and the entire offense is getting screwed by it since the last time Ravens won Super Bowl. Is it really Harbaugh, or is it like the OC? You know what I mean? Who's the offensive coordinator? Because like everything was working last year, but like they didn't switch it up enough. You know what I mean? It seemed like they went into the year with the same mindset as they did last year. Because the game plan worked last year. Just run with Lamar. And like I said, it worked. But this year, it had to be switched up. You know, a different scheme had to be implemented. And then, because teams prepare for that. And like I said that I was saying that a lot throughout the year. I feel like this team this year that the Ravens had were better. They were more stacked, in my opinion, than the team that they had last year. Only big piece that I feel like they really lost was Earl Thomas. But I don't even know if it was just, if his, you know, him not being there was that big of an issue. But I think overall this team was pretty much a little bit more stacked than they were last year. I just think the issue was the play calling on offense didn't really switch up much at all. So teams knew, okay, the game plan is just to spy and stop Lamar from running. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like teams did stop Lamar because he had 1,000 rushing yards, but still, like I feel like they knew the general game plan and what the Ravens were going to run and what they were going to do on offense. Josh Allen passing to the Bills. I seen this. This was a meme, bro. This ended up turning into a meme. Both quarterbacks were trash for this game. Josh was trash. You call Josh trash? I think Ravens defense played nice. I think it's more so what it was. You never been to Buffalo. You don't understand. You never been to Buffalo. What? I'm so confused. Why I say haven't been to Buffalo? It was snowing yesterday. The wind would have been throwing. Oh, okay. That's why I said I got y'all. You know anything about our home games and with no running game? Oh, you know, I did see some comments about that saying that the wind was heavy. Okay, there are 26 mile per hour winds. That's insane. Quarterbacks tried their best, but gladly there wasn't snow. Huh, okay. So it was that type of game. It was just that type of game. So, yeah. I say if the passing game is out, it's about, I wouldn't say it's about who runs better. It's about who can still stay balanced. And I feel like that's what the Bills did. We made many analysts eat crows today. I think the Ravens were the underdogs, honestly. Lamar throws wobbly balls. Yo, hey, no cap though, bro. He like a lot of his balls, like they're not tight spirals. You know what I mean? It was windy here. That's why there's so many overthrows. Like sometimes Lamar does, but like I don't know. I've seen a lot where it's like they're like very like wobbly, bro. Huntley looked impressive, but it's hard to judge because he barely played. He looks like a mini Lamar. Yeah, their games are super similar, bro. Like the play style is super. I can see why they released RG3. Like no offense to him, but like I can see why. Huntley was pretty good. His rushing was almost like Lamar Jackson. His throwing, if trained on, would be up there with other quarterbacks. I think everyone agrees Lamar relies too much on his feet. Yeah. I mean, all right, it's like this. I could say if they had a pocket quarterback in there, maybe he'd get a little bit more done. And maybe he would do better. But is it Lamar or is it the play calling? Is it Lamar or is it the offense coordinator? And I kind of think it might be the OC because they already committed to Lamar. So it's the OC telling Lamar, all right, we're going to do this differently. We're going to do this. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. They already committed to Lamar, so. I mean, he could be a problem, and the OC play calling could be a problem, but you already committed to him, so You got to choose, and I would say if we gonna commit to Lamar, then the OC is the problem. We need somebody who's gonna, whoever's calling plays. I say just to, I don't know, instill it in Lamar to I don't know, bro. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing my Steelers get Huntley. Huntley looks nice, bro. Like as a backup, I'll say that. He looks nice as a backup. That's somebody you can definitely, if you want to do the Taysom Hill style offense, that's somebody that looks like you can do that with him. Now, does he run as hard as Taysom? No, I've never seen a quarterback run that hard. But I mean, it's still there, you know, like pretty much the Wildcat offense. I'm not gonna say Taysom Hill, but that's pretty much like Wildcat offense. Lamar gets injured. The Ravens bring out the clone. At first, I was like, damn it, I don't want the Bills to be some backup. After the first few throws, I didn't care anymore. Apples to apples. I'm not gonna lie, like I said with spiral, he actually throws a pretty solid spiral. Lamar does sometimes, but like his throwing motion looked a little better. His spirals looked a little better, honestly. Okay. Let's go. I've been waiting for this game since the game ended. If either team had really ran the ball, this game would have been more interesting. I mean, in a situation where it's 26-mile-per-hour winds, I would expect the teams to run the ball more. But Josh Allen does have a cannon, you know what I mean? So I feel like they can still get by a little bit, you know. But it played out how it played out. I'm going for the Bills to win it all. They haven't won it since I've been alive for 28 years. My team didn't make the playoffs. Eagles fan all day. Excuses. Winning team makes plays. I watched Cleveland have every chance in the world to beat Kansas City, but just didn't do it. Hang your Ravens on the same shelf. Watch the Ravens player at 7:05. I can't make out his number or who he is, but it doesn't look like he had a chance to tackle Johnson and just let up. That look like Mark Andrews. If that's who you're referring to. Oh, it's the angle. It's just the angle that makes it look like that, bro. But he kind of looked like he was out of position. I'm not gonna lie, he looked like he was out of position. I feel you though. Paying, good game, Bills. Dez was the one wide open. Okay, why is the camera kind of delayed by 0.1 second? My camera records at, like, when I have it plugged in, it records at I think 30 frames per second rather than 60, which is normal. 60 is normal, but it records at 30. So that's why it looks like that. So glad the Bills won. Next up, Cleveland. Okay, go Bills. At least the Ravens got the revenge on the Titans. Yeah, that was all they got turned up for. They came into this game dead. They are a choke artist. Bunch of haters. Can you digs it? You telling me you didn't watch this game live? Not like he missed much. No, sir, I did not watch the game live, bro. This whole season, bro, I haven't watched not one single game live. No, let me stop lying. I probably watched like three. And I can't say I watched the full game either. Probably the only full game I watched was the Chargers versus Saints. And I didn't really watch the full game. I watched like the fourth quarter and overtime, like live. Tyler Huntley could have done better or even won the game if they wasn't dropping those passes. The win had a better game than Tucker. Bills Mafia, let's go. I know it's windy, but Tucker got to hit those. Even our kicker missed 2 field goals. Okay, if he does hit 2, he missed. That's only 6 points. 9 total, still lose. Why didn't he call roughing the passer on Lamar but then on Josh Allen? NFL hates the Ravens because no one roughing the passer and it wasn't. Because Josh threw the ball away and Ravens guy pretty much went over and shoved him to the ground. Trying to think, roughing the passer on Josh. I can't remember which play that was or when it was. Usually gotta step into QB on throw motion. If you're within one step, it's a fair hit. Keep in mind he already had his feet roped up. Yeah. Wynn definitely played a role in this game. The Ravens missed 2 field goals. Bills missed 1. He contributed to the wobbly ball throwing on both sides as well. Maybe that's just like, maybe Lamar plays in a lot of outdoor games, but I've seen that a decent amount of times from him. I'm not gonna lie. Would have Tucker hit all those field goals instead of that pick 6? Scored themselves if the backup didn't miss the wide open Hollywood for a touchdown. It could have been a game. It could have been a game, but that's just the what ifs, man. That's just the what ifs. I feel you. It could have been a game. This was such a boring game. In fact, it wasn't even interesting. I think if Lamar wouldn't have thrown the pick 6, it would have been 10-10 and go overtime. I feel like it was a good game, personally. To each his own, though. I feel you, my guy. Ravens should have won, to be honest. Missed field goals and missed touchdown and a pick 6. Yeah. I think if Lamar didn't get hurt, they would have had a really good shot to come back. Really good shot, but hey, it is what it is. All right, next we have the Browns versus Chiefs. This one definitely is pretty long, much longer than I expected it to be. Look at Ray Lewis. Got the same mic I got, kind of sorta. All right, Chad Henne went crazy, fam. Starting AB had starting QB. I'm thinking, yeah, QB. You're not even watching this live? Come on, man. No sir. That's the plan. Genuine reactions for the channel, my guy. Lovely content. Them tunes are fire. Yes, sir. He didn't actually hit his head. That was a nerve in his neck. Yeah, I found that out afterwards. When do you stream? Because I follow, but I can't subscribe. Don't know why. Pack. I stream like random days, bro. At this point, I don't really have a real schedule right now, but it's been very random. Because just trying to work around real life and YouTube and Twitch. So trying to get there, bro. Browns for real gonna be a problem in the next couple years. Definitely. Man. Hey, Browns did their thing, bro. What they like? I think the Dolphins as well. What the Browns did, they signed a lot of good players in free agency and they drafted pretty good. And now they're a playoff team. The Dolphins, I feel like their situation happened a lot quicker. They signed a lot of good players and almost made playoffs like the first year. Browns didn't almost make the playoffs first year after they had a solid season, but they didn't almost make playoffs. But they had a solid season that first year when they signed all those free agents. But in that process, bro, and they're definitely gonna be really nice. But the Dolphins did what they did, so I can see the Dolphins on the come up next as well. Mahomes back next week for sure. Browns need linebacker in the draft. Secondary is decent considering Del Pitt will be back. Yeah, hopefully when he comes back, he plays consistent. It'd be cool to see him, Ronnie Harrison, Sendejo, and Carl Joseph see who is going to be the best two out of all of them. Once they actually start competing in a training camp, that'll be really cool to see because all 4 of them I feel like are solid safeties. I would assume. I think Carl Joseph probably played the best out of all of them this season, but I'd assume that it'd be Ronnie Harrison and Grant Delpit. That'd be insane to have 2 6'3" safeties. But we'll see how that plays out. Sendejo is nice too, like I said. And then they got Greedy Williams and Denzel Ward on the outside. Denzel is super athletic. I feel like with athletic corners, all they need is technique, and I feel like he's getting there with the technique. Because sometimes athleticism, they just play off athleticism, and they don't really have to worry about technique. But he's nice, and I think Greedy Williams on the come up once he gets solidified, they're gonna have a really, really nice team. Hopefully they can pay everybody, which is gonna be the hard part. If you don't come back to the Bills, if you don't come back, the Bills have an 80% chance of winning. You already know the Packers winning. There's no stopping Aaron Rodgers. Hey man, we're gonna see about that when the Bucs play. Go Browns. Wish we could have won, but I think we will be a scary team in the coming years. Sorry, bro. This is your best chance. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think they will be nice in the future, bro. I definitely think it'll be nice. How so? Our offensive core is remaining the same next year. We improve our defense through the draft. How is our best chance? Because Chiefs ain't going anywhere. What does the Chiefs have to do with Browns' chances? Yeah, I think the Browns are gonna be nice, bro. They're gonna be a threat. I'm not guaranteeing any Super Bowls or anything like that, but I'm not guaranteeing a Super Bowl from the Chiefs either. You know what I mean? Anything can happen in a year span, bro. Anything can happen. Just like how Pat got hurt, it can happen again. You know what I mean? And the Browns could have easily won that game. You know, so Browns have a good future ahead of them. Like they have a nice roster. First Lamar, now Pat. Yeah, it's crazy. Some people calling that Sorensen hit targeting, have no idea what they're talking about. He lived the kind of his helmet of the Browns player definition of an illegal hit. No, he didn't. It wasn't targeting by any means. Player didn't give himself off, and they both dove for field position. Such a bang play. There's a reason nothing was called. Honestly, bro, I thought helmet to helmet, period. And he hit him with the top of his head on the side of Higgins' head. So I thought helmet to helmet contact, period, was a penalty. But hey, you know, it is what it is. All I wanted is consistency of the calls. If they're going to call helmet to helmet, call it every time there's a helmet to helmet. If they aren't going to call it, then get rid of the rule. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. Did they come out and say that wasn't a penalty at all, or did they come out and say that they missed the call? Because I have no idea. The helmet to helmet call was trash. The refs literally blind, but GG to the Chiefs. Prayers to Mahomes. The NFL moved the game back if he can't play just because it's Mahomes. Hey, we're gonna see about that. We're gonna see. No, I think he's gonna be healthy though. We got Saints versus Bucs. I feel bad for Breeze. His last game ended badly when it shouldn't have. Breeze played through so many injuries, bro. I didn't even think he should have came back, bro. Like, I didn't think he should have came back. I think he should have just sat out or waited a little longer, you know. Like at least saw if they were going to get into the playoffs and then came back when it was playoffs, and you know. But it is what it is. Just to let you know, it was a lot of scuffles in this game. So it's a lot that they didn't show. Aaron and Tom is going to be a classic. I'm riding with Aaron. I don't know yet, bro. I really don't. Drew Brees has no margin for error in the NFL. It's only natural that he's retired. He was a top 5 player in 2018. He's regressed massively since then. Has he really? I don't know. I feel like Brees has been a consistent player. Like a massive regression. Like they had a really good year this year. I feel like he's a very consistent player. It's just you can't keep playing through those injuries, bro. He's just wearing his body down, bro. You know, I think that's what it is. I don't think it's so much he's regressing. I think he's playing through some tough injuries. I've been waiting for this, no cap. Appreciate you. Stien, appreciate you. Said love the reactions. Praise Jesus. Hey man, my God. Hey man. Sad to see Breeze go out like that. Eric. Saints took the Bears failed play and used it against Tampa. Oh, that the Bears tried that play. That was the play with Jameis. Been here since 2K. Keep growing. Appreciate it. Can you react to one of the Steelers players, please? I might. Hey, bro, you easily become my favorite reaction YouTube. Keep up the videos. Hope you can respond. Yeah, I might, bro. I might. Not making no promises right now. I'm ready for the Bucs. I want revenge. I'm sorry for y'all to play the Chiefs. I normally don't like reaction channels, but you aren't annoying at all and actually know what you're talking about. Hello, good. Appreciate you, Anthony. White is underrated. Devin White, nice, man. That's a nice linebacker duo, him and Levante. TB12, yes sir. Good vid, appreciate you, bro. It would be sick if Brady could have gotten his 7th ring with Tampa and proving all the haters wrong. But like, Aaron deserves more than 1 Super Bowl ring, so it's hard to say who I would like to go to the Super Bowl and having an opportunity to achieve it. I feel like nobody really wants Brady to win because he already got 6. But I'm all for it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I want to see Aaron win. I want to see Pat win. I want to see Josh Allen win. But it's just like I like all of their stories, so it's like I wouldn't be able to pick one that I like more than the other. Everybody in playoffs got a Super Bowl already, so I mean it'd be cool to see Josh get one. But we'll see how it plays out, you know. A-Rod got one. It'd be cool to see him get another one before, you know, he's getting up there in age. So it'd be cool to see him get one so he can just go ahead and retire, you know. Because I feel like if he wins this, he doesn't really need to play again. I think he would retire after next season and just let Jordan Love play. Or probably retire after this season, shoot, and let Jordan Love play. But Pat got a lot of years ahead of him, so if he doesn't get this one, I think he'll get another one. But I think this is the year, honestly, to repeat. I think that's big, but I mean, you know, they're in a very good situation. And then, like I said, Josh Allen doesn't have one, so it'd be cool to see him get one. And then it'd be cool to see Brady get 7. So, hey, what's your Super Bowl prediction? I got the State Farm Super Bowl this time. I got State Farm Super Bowl too. But I don't know anymore, bro. Like that was initially at the beginning of the playoffs. That's initially what I thought, but I don't know. Jared Cook is garbage. Why you said that? All the Packers need to do is win and not turn the ball over and press more often and let our D-line rush Brady. See, the thing is though, y'all D-line, like, the Bucs D-line is just as good, if not better, than the Packers D-line. So I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, it sounds easy to say, but just, I don't think it's easy to do. You know what I mean? Unsung hero, Drew Brees. This man gave the Buccaneers 3 extra possessions. Oh my gosh. J.K. Brees had an incredible career, first ballot Hall of Famer. Definitely. It'll be Bucs Brady going to the Super Bowl. I'm a Saints fan. I want Bucs to win the Super Bowl. Let our division shine. If Saints can't do it, may Bucs do it. I really don't want to check stats now at this point because I mean, it's the playoffs, but I will check because it's like at this. I mean, it kind of doesn't even matter, you know. Stats, NFL playoffs, NFL, blah blah blah. We missing A-Rod and Pat Mahomes, so I'm sure Pat would be up there, but you know. Tacklers, we got Rams, Troy Reader. I'm not sure who he is, honestly. Matt Milano, Tremaine Edmonds. So we got 2 Bills players up there as well. Bobby and Levante. Jerry Hughes has 2 sacks. AD still got 2 sacks from the first game. And number 4, Cam Akers. Wow. Cam had 221 rushing yards. I didn't know that. Alvin Kamara, Lamar Jackson, Leonard Fournette, and Nick Chubb. Run game hasn't been that big in these playoffs, at least for the winning teams apparently. Stephon Diggs leading. Let's see, Cameron Brate and Mike Evans up there as well. I mean, Diggs, bro. Diggs looking like a cheat code this year, bro. No doubt about it. Sean Murphy Bunting got 2 picks. Tyron. Let's see. That's about it for the people who are still in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't really see too much of a reason to check out stats. Phillip Rivers retired today, man. Great career, most definitely. So we gonna miss him and Breeze, but that's that, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. Stay blessed.
You done messed up, A.A. Ron. man amongst boys. I walk with the Lord, gotta be careful what you say, because your tongue is a sword. Why you speaking without thinking? Ain't no